Daniel Schoettler. I'm with Alex Merg, point guard of the defending D3 national champion UW-Whitewater Warhawks, along with his sister, Mary, who's the guard of the women's team, their brother and sister. So obviously, how was it growing up? How was the competitiveness for you both?
I would have to say I was very competitive with my brother growing up. Whether it was basketball or video games, I think everything we did was try to beat each other no matter what it was.
Yeah, I definitely would have to agree with that. There was a lot of basketball growing up, but like she said, it didn't really matter what it was. We were both trying to win. that was definitely the overriding theme.
Should I say anything about your parents?
You can, if you want.
Or how much do you guys, obviously, how was it supporting your brother last year and winning the national title?
It was wonderful. I went with my parents, and it was something I think both my parents always dreamed of. Both of our high school teams weren't the best. We didn't come from the best, athletic program at Greendale High School, but it was a very good academic program. And so being here, having the chance to go far, I think it really made my parents proud and made me proud, and it was a lot of fun, I think. And since both my parents played college basketball, I think it was kind of like they were living it too also.
Where did they play?
UW Stout.
UW Stout? All right. What are your thoughts about winning the national title last year as a player, winning it?
It like you would think, it was incredible. It was an unbelievable experience that you can never take away from me, and I'll always, have those memories. But another thing it did is it motivated me more. Having that success really made you want more of it. So, I dedicated a lot of time, this off season to improve my game, help, do whatever I can, to get my team back in that same point, because I know how good it felt, and I know I want more of it. So.
Parents play college basketball. How much of an effect do they have when it comes to playing the game?
We just grew up with it. I think basketball is it was in our blood, I think. It's a good way to put it. I mean, my father put a ball in my hands. I can remember at the age of 5 in my basement, I remember the first time I learned to dribble. And I think he's always supported us playing basketball. At the same time, we do have an older sister that chose not to go play basketball her senior year, and I think he was okay with it, but I don't think he pushed us. He gave us the opportunity to play basketball and coached us very well, and if we liked it, he was kind of like our coach, I guess, per se, growing up. And so he actually was our head coach for both the youth programs. My mom was the head coach. My dad was Alex's head coach for the youth programs. And so I just think he was more of our teacher.
Yes. Can you say, Alex?
Yeah, I think it's kind of interesting. A lot of, athletes, they have their parents, more specifically their dad is the one that's always, telling them what to do. And that is true with us. But having a mother that played college basketball, that's very intelligent when it comes to basketball, coached basketball, having that is another interesting dynamic, because my dad is a pretty emotional guy, and having your mother, being that calming influence, and while being calming, she's logical and she makes sense, it's really helpful, and I do enjoy that.
Brought up the whole national championship thing. He won the national championship last year with the men's team. Do you feel any added pressure for this year to go out and win it all for the women's team?
I would say yes, but I don't consider it like a pressure on my back. I think our team's very talented. I think this is one of the best women's Warhawk teams that we've had ever through this program. And I think we have the ability to win a national championship just like the guys.